Hello, Justin. I'll ask you the same question I asked DJ. Since summer conditioning, have you been home to Georgia at all?
Have I been home to Georgia?
Correct.
No, not since the summer.
Really? And how do you think you have held up through everything that has happened?
I think I've done a great job holding up. Me particularly, I just stay at home. I come to football practice, go home, play the video game. That's what I've been doing. That's my little bubble, NBA bubble. So I just get on Call of Duty and have a good day, night, whatever.
There's probably people that you miss back there, though, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. My family, that time, the whole pandemic thing, when we found out we couldn't come back to campus, it was a great time just to reflect on who I was as a person, being home for a long, extended period of time. It was great being with my family and stuff, and I do miss those, my mom, my dad, uh, my cousins, my sister, my brother. But I do okay. I call them every other week, talk to them, let them know how I'm doing. So I've been handling it pretty well. So
One final question. When you said you were reflecting, what have you told yourself that has gotten you through all this?
um, you've been through worse. I've been through so much worse situations in my life, and God's blessed me to make it through those situations. And I know He wouldn't put me through anything that I can't handle. And so I just tell myself every day that He's built me for this. Like, no matter what the situation that comes near me, I'm able to step over it because I know who I am and I know who God made me to be. So,
Kels?
Hey, Justin, what do you think of the job DJ Render has done switching from defense to offense this season and contributing in every game?
that's funny that you asked, because when they moved him from offense to defense, he was one of the first, like, he was the first person to come to me, like, and just be like, J-Ball, can you help me with the playbook? J-Ball, can you help me with this, learn? And so I've always motivated DJ to be the best person and player he can be, you know what I mean? Just like no matter where you are on the field, you're helping this team, and you being a versatile player to be able to do special teams, offense, defense, like you should see that as a gift from the team, the coaches, and God to be able to be at that athletic to do that and be such a pivotal piece that we need on whatever side of the ball he is. And so he came to me after they moved him back from defense to offense and told me, thank you for everything you've done, and just keep motivating him, because he got down and out once they moved him back. And once he's been able to play and show that he can actually get back out there as a receiver and handle the pressure of catching balls and going out there and remember the playbook and all those kind of things, he thanked me, and I'm proud of him, you know what I mean? Just to keep your head level and keep your head to stay the course, you know.
For sure. When you look at this West Virginia offense, what kind of sticks out to you about the Mountaineers?
The running back is a really good player. I would say he's probably one of the best players on the team. Their defense is stout. They have a great front seven, as they always do. Their DBs are always physical. They are who we thought they would be. So we just got to come out and beat them at the physical game of football and come out and outsmart them. And I think our coaches are doing a great job with our game plan, and we should come out there with a great scheme and go out there and do our job, and it should be a good game.
So I wanted to ask, what's your reaction or the team's reaction whenever you see your former teammates like Byron have a big day in the NFL?
Man, it's crazy because, like, you just see those guys and you just remember all the things that we've been through together, and seeing them on that level is to where they always wanted to be, where their dreams are coming true. And you just look at how blessed they are, and you just want to continue to work and so you can get to that level. And you're just happy for those guys, man. You just remember all the summer workouts that we've been through together, and those guys pushing me, like Byron. I know Byron used to push me through workouts and push me to be the best person I can be, hanging out with those guys in Aggieville after a game winning Saturday. And so you just remember all the good times you had with those guys. You call them up and tell them that you're proud of them and just keep working, and they tell you to do the same.
Fitz?
Okay, Coach Hughes, evaluate the Kansas State defense to this part of the season.
Kansas State defense. Gritty. Never is gonna give up no matter the situation. We're gonna go out and play. The D line is amazing right now. Those guys are getting to the quarterback faster than we can even get to our drops and pass coverage. The DBs are playing outstanding now, and our run defense is doing really well. We just got to continue to push back and get some TFLs and do our job. And Kansas State defense is a force to be reckoned with this year.
As a linebacker, having an opportunity to stop a running back like you'll face Saturday, how fun is that?
It's a great challenge for us. Me and Eli have been talking about it. That was the first thing. We had our captain's meeting with Coach Kleiman. He was like, what do we have to do to beat West Virginia? He asked me personally. And I said, we got to stop the run because that running back is a great player. And so if we come out there and slow him down, then we can start forcing some turnovers and get the ball back for our offense to score some points on the board. And as you can see, we can put points on the board as well as a defense. And so all we got to do is put ourselves in great position and get some turnovers, and we'll go out there and win the ball game.
Thank you, son.
Got two more hands raised. We'll do those two, starting with.
Yeah, Justin, I remember talking with you before the season. I think it was right before the season, just about trying to get confidence back on the knee, coming back from the injury and everything. Now that we sit here halfway through the season, just how have things gone in the recovery process there and just getting back used to being out on the field and playing on it?
It's doing okay. I could be better. I hold myself to a high standard. And so just getting that confidence back, I feel like I'm working towards that. And being halfway through the season, I'm thinking I'm doing a great job. And so I just can't be hard on myself. I know I try to be a perfectionist all the time, and I got to get to that level, and I want where I want to be. And I'm working on it, and it's getting better each game. And so I'm going to work on it this week at practice with things, making tackles, keeping the cup, doing those little things to actually be at full strength. And I feel like I'm working towards getting that way.
Appreciate it, Justin. Thanks, man.
No problem.
Last one here, Ryan.
Sorry, Justin, I was waiting to get my video turned back on. I was going to ask, I don't know if you knew this, but, Georgia has the fourth most players from any state on the team. And knowing you, I bet you probably can name the three states ahead of that. But just how much of that is a point of pride? Because I would just think a lot of people wouldn't necessarily think that K-State would be a hotbed for players from Georgia.
I think the old coaching staff has done it. They did a great job of recruiting the area and getting me, Eli, Duke, Zoob, all those guys who were here, and created the gateway for those younger guys like TJ, T, all those guys, Khalid, just to be able to see that, hey, these guys are going out there and being successful. And so let me try to go make a statement for myself and be able to leave far away from home, and go be successful at this successful program. And so I want to thank those guys for getting us up here so we can create a gateway for those younger guys that are here now.
Well, speaking of one of those young guys, I know this isn't positive news, but, TJ tweeted that he's out for the season, and I guess kind of in a very similar injury to you. So what have you got a chance to talk to him, and kind of what's been your advice? Because I'm sure that's just tough to know that your season's over this quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Me and Eli's locker are right beside each other in the locker room. And as soon as he found out, he came straight to us and asking us what he needs to do to get better, what he needs to do to immediately make himself a better player as far as coming back on his rehab and stuff. And I was proud of him just for keeping a level head. And I was the same way, just asking Eli questions on how I can make myself better through this entire process. And TJ is the kind of guy that's going to work hard no matter what. As you can see, as he was doing out there on the field, he was working his way on the field and doing a great job. And so I'm proud of him. I'm going to continue to keep his head in it no matter, because right after surgery, you tend to get down and in the dumps because you can't go anywhere. You can't move really. And it sucks because you're taking all kind of pills and it sucks, but me and Eli are gonna do a great job of keeping him together. And now, unlike me or Eli, he didn't have multiple players to go to and to keep him, you know what I mean? Like keep him in it. But now he has 2 guys from Georgia from the same state that's going to keep him in it, and we're going to make sure that he's going to be taken care of.
Last thing on this is because he seemed like a guy who quickly became a fan favorite because he just seems to play with a reckless abandon and seems like he tries to just move 100 miles per hour on every tackle. How much
Yeah.
as a teammate do you love when you have a guy who plays like that?
I knew once he first stepped on campus and we had our first 7-on, he's at 7-on doing all the things, like trying to compete every snap, every play, going full speed. And once you see a young guy out there like that, it motivates you as an old guy to pick your stuff up. You know what I mean? Because like he's shining, so you wanna pick your stuff up, and you're just happy for those guys who work hard and continually to work every play, every snap, every down, and go the hardest they can. And it gets the sideline going because you're able to see your brother go out there and shine, and you're happy for him. You know what I mean?
Ryan, I promise this is it. But when you know that he plays like that, Justin, did you ever have to go to him and say like, "Hey, man, like you don't need to do this every play just because like especially if you're on 7-on-7, you don't want to injure a teammate, right?"
Yeah, nah. I actually like it because, like, when we go to 7-on-7, we do it 7-on-7 with each other. Skylar is talking so much crap, man. I hate it. So when TJ breaks up the ball and I'm yelling at Skylar like, no, like you're not gonna get it. And so I'm trying to get the defense as hyped as possible so we can go out there and shut the offense out, so we can be like, man, we kicked y'all's butt today. Like, you know what I mean? I like bragging rights, and that's what I appreciate TJ for working so hard because I can't stand when they win. You know what I mean?